Happy Halloween, boys and girls. We are here with the best of the best, or at least that I've seen, or, from your point of view, possibly the worst of the worst, monsters in video games. Now when I say monster, I do mean any antagonist in a horror game, you know, just in general. I mean, I don't care if it's a human being, or a demon, or an actual monster, like a creature. It doesn't matter. None of that matters. Also, it has to be from games that I have already played. And luckily, all three of these entries don't cross those boundaries. Technically, one kinda does, but enough of that. Let's just get into the list, alright? These are the three worst or scariest monsters that I have seen in video games. Now let's start with a whopping number 3, with Charlie from Slender the Arrival. What makes Charlie so scary? Well, part of the fact has to be that the updated levels in Slender the Arrival make him way more terrifying than he was originally. Originally, he was just one jump scare that didn't kill you, and that was it. He was nothing else. He served no other purpose. And then the updated levels came around, and he somehow encompasses a roadblock that you have to collect an item to get past. He's the chaser, as if you're playing Outlast or something. He chases you and kills you. He's the creepy monster at the end of the hallway with the flickering lights. He's the Blair Witch victim. He's everything in one, and he does it flawlessly, somehow. I admit, when I played that level with the field, he scared me pretty good. I did not like that. In fact, I have some footage of me just flat out missing him. I just ran by him because I forgot when he spawns. But Charlie is Slenderman's proxy, which is not the scary part. His body is weird, it's burnt. That's about it. It's pretty much just burnt. And Charlie deservedly earns the spot just for encompassing all these roles so dang well. Number 2 is the Animatronics. In The Joy of Creation Reborn. Haha, I got you. I admit it, you thought I was going to say Five Nights at Freddy's. Well, it might as well be, but it's a fan game. But it's a really dang good fan game. And it's also not a traditional Five Nights at Freddy's game. There is movement. There's quite a bit of movement. And in one level in particular, you discover, I forget exactly what the game calls them, but they're these animatronics that were part of the fire, or came from the fire. And essentially, they don't have a suit or anything, they're just the endoskeleton. And they are some of the most creepy robot things I've ever seen in my life. Like, I think the original Five Nights at Freddy's animatronics have a run for their money. Like, seriously, these guys are giving them a run for their money. They look so empty. They look like they shouldn't be moving, yet they are moving. I mean, just look at these things. And just the way they interact, even when the game shifts backwards and goes to a traditional standing still with point and click, they are still way more terrifying than the original animatronics from any of the Five Nights at Freddy's games, in my opinion. These guys are terrifying. The first time I saw these guys, I thought, nope, absolutely not. Nope. But unfortunately, I don't have my own footage because I couldn't get to the level. I got stuck on the level and I cannot beat it. I keep getting to 5 AM on the second living room level and I cannot get past it, I swear. I wasn't even, also I had to get past the 3rd level and then I got struck for time, so credit where credit is due is on the screen for all the footage. So number 2 was pretty dang terrifying. I think those guys, that's how you do scary robots well. The number 1 though, whew, number 1, what can I say about number 1? The only horror game creature to have ever given me nightmares. The only thing that's keeping me from playing said horror game on a more regular basis. I have no other way to describe it. It's just the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. SCP-096 from SCP Containment Breach. Now there's a Unity remake for this game, but I don't think he's in it. He may be in it, I just haven't seen it. I just saw Markiplier play it a little bit. I didn't play it myself. But the original, I think he's fine from the original. I don't think he needs a remake. He's terrifying. And unfortunately I couldn't find a whole lot of footage from not playing the game myself, because I wussed out. But I will show plenty of footage that shows off his abilities, and you know what he's all about. Essentially, you look at him, he stops at nothing to kill you. Literally, he stops at nothing. 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 You could be in a titanium cube that's 3 meters thick, and he will break through it with his bare hands just to kill you. By the way, his arms are 1.5 meters long. And also, I think he's 2.5. No. He's really tall. He's like 7 foot something. 5, maybe even higher. 7'5". Probably higher. I forget the exact measurements, but his mouth can open really wide, 3 times that of a human's. He can run faster than like 40 miles, but we don't even know his top speed, actually. I don't even know why I'm talking about it. But he can run really fast. He can run faster than some animals. So, he can run faster than any human can, definitely. And just the way he kills you, he screams. His scream is haunting. It sounds like a person, but at the same time, it's not a person. It's a thing. And he reaches his arms out and he runs and gets you in the game. And I hate it. I hate it. And one thing that really got me was this clip from Markiplier's playthrough of this game. I'll show it real quick.
No, I didn't look at him! No! No! Oh no. Let's just wait our death. Did I save? I better have not saved after I looked at him. I will be so pissed. Are you just gonna be doing that from now
on? Now, yes, it was a glitch, but does that really matter? I personally don't think it matters. I hate this thing. And it doesn't help that I actually ended up doing some extensive lore research into this guy. Current, gosh, you can hear my lip smack so dang easily. Your case files of breaches, information on his structure, attempts at extermination. I hate him so much. He's the worst. I never want to see him in game, but if I do, I will be sure to record it for your entertainment. Cause I can't stand this guy. That's gonna do it for top 3 scariest monsters I've seen in games. Now, do note that these have to be monsters I've seen. So, there was one really creepy guy everybody doesn't like. Pyramid Head, I think was his name. I don't know what game he's from, though. I don't think it's Resident Evil. I thought it was, but I don't think it is. And I do know a lot about Resident Evil 7. I saw a playthrough of it, but I looked over them. I don't think any of them were quite on the same level as these guys. Maybe they could have replaced Charlie in some people's list, but I don't think so. The enemy's got a bit to the point of just becoming a shooting gallery more than a really terrifying threat. I also considered the Amnesia monsters, the Xenomorph from Alien Isolation, but they were more of a stalker type of thing that were just meant to be maneuvered around and weren't really terrifying in design, per se. I mean, I'm sure some of you probably thought they were terrifying in design, but I personally didn't. There was one more game I was considering. I forgot what it was. What was it? You could put the Slender Man in that list, but either way, whoever your favorite is, I think we should be appreciating horror games, especially made by the lower budget and indie developers, because that's what all these games were made for, was those markets. And they came out with the scariest things I've ever seen. Slender the Arrival, not a full-price game. It's definitely lower budget. SCP Containment Breach is free on Game Jolt. The Joy of Creation Reborn is free on Game Jolt. Well, we should be appreciating these people. They do good work, and terrifying work at that. So, have a terrifying Halloween.